All right, we are live. Hello and welcome to the Relevate community, the Business Octopus live stream. I'm Avon Collis, CRM and Marketing Automation Specialist at Relevate, and today I'm going to talk about thinking big versus staying small. What makes some companies stay small and others explode? So this is only going to be a little bit of a quick series today, but I want to talk a little bit about networking because not only have I been doing a lot of networking lately, it's generally in multiple groups, early mornings, late nights, multinational, and I'm picking up some trends, things that work, things that don't. And I've been doing this for a number of years, and most of my business has grown through networking. So I want to take a little bit of a second to reflect and give a little bit of, I guess, my experience when it comes to networking. So thinking big and staying small. Where is it that you want to be? If you want to be a personal services business and stay a little bit small, there's nothing wrong with that, provided that you know that that's what you're going for, and that you conduct yourself appropriately. But if you want to go big, you got to be a bit different. You can't go to the same places. You can't do the same thing as everybody else and expect different results. What you need to do is go to your ideal networking location. I would sort of say that most people, all connections are good in some way, shape, or form. Some connections are good because they realize that, or you realize that that's not the right connection, but you wouldn't necessarily know that without having met that person before. So you need to kind of be very judicious in the way that you segment and or qualify people into your network or out of your network. So understanding both sides, good and bad, is very important. So the faster you can qualify someone out of the cycle, then the faster you can spend more time on the right kind of person. So in order to spend more time with the right kind of person, you need to be talking to a lot of people, which means that you have to be able to figure someone out relatively quickly. And even then, the people that are not the right fit for you, don't go burning bridges. Don't, waste your time killing off relationships because, people talk, they have friends, they might know people that are your ideal connection. And it might also be a little bit of a shot in the foot if they happen to be friends with someone you're trying to do business with. It's just don't spread a bad reputation. But I think give everyone a few minutes and be present and get to know them, and then make a decision because there's a tuna company, John West. They've got a brand saying or tagline. It's the fish that John West reject that make John West the best. Same goes with the people you hang around with. I know that there's people that are not good fit for me. I'm not going to be rude, but I'm going to say, hey, great to meet you. I recommend you meet with that person. And by providing that redirection, it's actually more beneficial to them. You save your time. You kind of say, look, I don't think there's a good fit here. You be very pragmatic about it. And then you can say, but I have someone else that would be a good introduction for you. That is a nice and easy way to deal with it. And it helps you to get out of those small conversations without, burning a bridge. Because, if you have to go back to the small conversations or the small businesses just to keep the wheels turning and keep moving on to the next thing, then so be it. So if you want to think a bit bigger and you want to get into a larger kind of pool, like let's just say strategically we want to work with larger companies. So I'm not going to find large companies at small business networking. It's just not going to happen. What I'm more likely to do is find large companies at either high level events like boardroom type events, or I'm going to find them at trade shows and conferences, or through their everyday operations. Like you go and find a key person and then you get introductions and you reverse engineer particular relationships to get to where you want to go. So thinking big means you got to get a little bit outside your comfort zone. You need to do things that you don't necessarily feel natural doing. So thinking big can be a really scary thing for a lot of people. But once you do and you get outside your comfort zone and you start going more direct, I think a lot of times people see themselves as here and the person they want to connect with is here. So they have like a I'm not worthy kind of thought. So what you need to do is just go for it. What's the worst they can do is say no. There's going to be another big, high end person. And you need to build that muscle. You need to go out and relationships. You need to get in front of more of the right people. And that will help you to have those higher level conversations and take it in your stride. And then what we're going to talk about next is when you're looking for clients, be strategic. Don't just try to sell to everybody. It's not going to work for you. And if you do, you're just going to put people offside. If you go straight into your pitch, then it's probably going to be a hard slog. They're going to be a customer of where they feel like they've been tricked into it, or they feel like they've been forced into it, instead of someone that wants to be your customer because they want to be your customer. You need to be a little bit likable. You need to have a product or service that is going to solve their problem, and that's the way you should approach it. And finally, collaboration. Like I said, I'm going to keep this quick today. Collaboration is finding network partners, people who will refer and introduce you. They're the ones that ideally, that's what you want to build. If I can find one person that knows 10, 20, 30 of my customer, that's far better than going one-to-one. So I need to find that person, build a relationship with them, and maintain that relationship so that long-term I've always got business and I don't have to worry about where the next thing's coming from. So that's it. Short, sharp, and to the point. Thank you for watching. Take care.